you got to imagine Gen G's economy still not going to be in a fantastic position. But they do persevere.
Nice overview. Using all that util to clear the front of sight. Forces Famous back. Oh, that is nasty, Ash. Right before that flash was gonna bloom. It's two just disgusting shots. Shiro one away from a Hunter's Fury. Let's see if that one comes into play, and Gen G just... Oh, this is fast.
Yeah, looking for the dubstep setup here. And it looks like they're going to stick around, though, pushing up in towards window. Alarm bot is there. The stealth drone is cleared through sewer, so yeah, I was going to say, suggest needing to go for the deeper lockdown. Has it, like you said, that Hunter's Fury not yet online, so no real way to try to clear this one out. Smoke gets cycled forward here onto Heaven. Pump with the brakes for Gen G, a rotate around. Trying to get this Neon into position. Detain's not going to be found. Relay bolt's going to be sent, as well as the salvos, just trying to buy some space while they can go for the plant. And Ash is able to find Berserks. Just going to be him dead. Drop there in Heaven. The pit now layered in on top. Everything in the kitchen sink. You might as well send it here, as the Armageddon will similarly come through, but is it too early? Is my question. TP over in towards long. Ends up getting canceled. Charon there for the break. Shock Dart's not connecting. Another smoke cycled onto Heaven for Boom. How do you try to get back into this one? It's gonna have to happen very swiftly, but as they drop down, there's a judge in their face. Texture pushing forward. They all fall to the wayside. And this series, this map, it's not done yet. We're going into OT.
Oh boy. Just a really crazy round there. All it takes is just a little bit of space created, and Gen G can use those ults to just take any hope for Boom out of the round. I wasn't sure if maybe there was a Rolling Thunder in NZ Slasher's hands. There was not. They just tried to make a drop down work, and it's so difficult to clear that pit.
Why is DOS9 always just in Ash's face? Every time Ash like turns,
there's just DOS9 is there.
Is there. This time he gets the kill. There's no Marshall there.
Going to overtime. Not sure if there's going to be an op out of Texture or not. I haven't been able to catch that. That's kind of one of my bigger points about this.
Hard to say.
Ooh.
Smattering of damage from Charon going to be pushed out here onto these players. It's Ash. They're not up there for a brief little moment, but Boom. Able to really advance forward from here. Not too much space taken. Stealth drone at the ready. It's going to be sent. And catches a glimpse onto at least one, maybe a brief pixel of DOS9 noted.
They haven't had any other contact in other parts of the map, so they're just going to keep assuming that they can brute force their way through here.
They hear the drone coming up, and it's 4 players nearby. Texture can get into position quickly enough. As Fastlane going to be sent, the push forward coming in. Charon trying to play up into the front, but ends up getting taken down. Ash over there, the bite, able to find Famous. NC Slasher and Shiro, however, continue to break things open. Suggest and Texture now, last one standing for Gen G. To try to stop the lead from going the way of Boom. I'm getting yet another match point. Cage going to be waited out, Tripwire awaiting them. Another cage now cycled in. Just Texture slowly creeping forward, waiting. Fastlane going to be popped. They both scale forward off the back of this. Slasher repositioning, tries to push forward, and they're going to take it down. They pick their targets, they nail them. And Gen G, they take the round, they get themselves up to map point.
What a reaction from Gen G. I thought that was a great move from NC Slasher. It's gonna catch him completely off guard. Instead, they just snap their fingers and wipe the 3 remaining players of Boom off the board. Well, this time it was Charon. Charon, I thought, might have been able to trick Boom there, sneaking between those smokes.
Yeah.
I had my eyes on the map on him, but he was able to be identified. Just tremendous stuff from Gen G, and now it's their turn on this attacker side. Try to end this map. Create a little bit of attention. Oh, you've got to be so careful.
Oh. Munchkin.
They just knew.
IGLing from beyond the grave. DOS9 perched up on the box there inside a garage. Bit of a change up. That op now very far forward. Stealth drone wisely going to be used to try to just scout this out. Texture's going to try to break the aim, maybe. So risky, and Famous nails the flick. Three peaks, finds Ash, as he's just on an absolute tear. Would have been a hell of a one, but now has the overdrive in play. Charon getting a decent bit of damage here. NC Slasher finding just at the same time. And Charon now needing to ace clutch at 15 HP, but the wallbang shots from Berserks will put him down. Tied up once again. Match point lost. We get a reset.
I thought he was going to get that last one there. That last flick looked like it just missed. Great setup from Shiro.
Nice quick scope. Nice everything from Famous.
No, this is just phenomenal opping. I almost wanted to see the whiff just to see how close it was. Because I thought he had it for a second. I just thought, oh, he's got this. He looked too dialed in. We go again. This time Gen G gonna really overstack mid. They're getting aggressive.
Really bold set. I mean, Texture is just, there's no ambiguity here. They're just looking for a crunch, but DOS9 is able to shut it down. Texture and Munchkin both gonna get dropped. The slide forward from Famous, and whatever Gen G had in their minds for this round, it's just been blown out of the water. Boom. About to get match point once again here in overtime. Unless Suggest and Charon can pull off a 2v5. Smoke dissipating, Suggest having to backpedal. Flash is sent. DOS9 waiting, paranoia, ready to crash across both. The turret cleared out. Every little advantage that Gen G tries to get is taken away, and Famous. A 3K is boom now, 14-13, look to bring this to an end.
I think the average distance on a DOS9 kill is about 2 inches. Look at this again. They're just walking into him this time.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, I can't miss if I just get right up in front of them.
Yeah. Just make the game easier for yourself, you know. Simplify.
I guess if you're a chamber with a headhunter, it can be a little bit more difficult. A bit more difficult for you, but
nobody, you know, not thinking of any players.
Yeah, nothing specific.
Yeah.
Charon, down to the corner, slides out, does get the TP in time. The relay ball connecting, but Munchkin's there to try to keep Texture alive. He is narrowly holding on by a thread, but Munchkin able to find another. Gen G looking, trying to persevere and Suggest riding the aim. It just Berserks on the attempt at the flank. Sensi Slasher alone on this A site. DOS9 there in garage.
I think getting a good read here. Not seeing much attention on the other side of the map, so B or C, pick your poison. We're gonna guess correctly that B is the one that's been left open. Set up the plant there. Everybody's still alive, so for DOS9 and NC Slasher, I mean, you're going to have to break apart these flanks. Don't allow the post plant util to be available. NC Slasher trying to get ahead of the game, but Ash is so aware. Oh, okay.
Shot is found. Try to make a go of this one here. Charon tucked down below, dinked, finished off, looking forward, NC Slasher, surely not. Rolling Thunder crashing across. Texture relocating, Munchkin waiting. And the time is just not going to be there for him. 3 HP, a shorty around the corner. He knows that it's done. Widely's just playing, trying to stat pad here. But Munchkin will find the 3K and he will keep this going. Another reset. As Gen G and Boom, maybe they have their eyes on that OT record that was set by the two teams that are in the next match.
I mean, you're just trying to get that util crunch in the lobby to work. Gen G couldn't do it 2 rounds ago. Bloom can't do it this round. Both teams just so reliant on trying to create that A pressure, force things to the other side of the map. You know, it feels like once you can get the A plant down, your chances of winning skyrocket. It's so hard to retake that site, but now we're gonna slow things down just a bit. Boom.
He got the free fire. They know he does this every single round.
Just taking a moment. But man, Gen G's got a good read on this round. Early push out from Texture. A couple players playing hard angles on B. Suggest right outside of the door.
Alarm bot not cleared.
Cleared.
Just goes a little bit too deep. Slide forward though, and Suggest still just gonna be overwhelmed. Famous, too clean, too quick. This Texture in a very deep position. We'll have potentially this crossfire setup, but boom, after getting that elimination, more than happy. Just kind of leave Famous on his lonesome. Rotate over, reinvestigate this A side.
I thought maybe with all that space taken, they'd at least take an attempt. But maybe they're just trying to hide Famous. The traps haven't, the tripwires haven't been cleared, so this might catch.
Okay, the relay
that gives it away.
Yeah, it gives it away. Texture not seeing anything.
But Gen.G's read this. They know that it's a fake. There hasn't been enough other stuff going on.
The question is, can they still win out the fights? Movement been deadly in some of these executes. Doubles at the ready. Texture able to find one. Ash from the corner finding Berserks. DOS 9. Just good for the singular kill. Shiro, NC Slasher, now needing to persevere. Munchkin swings out. NC Slasher fights back. And suddenly it's just Texture now. Still the operator in hand. The relay bolt to work with. But NC Slasher, another Rolling Thunder. This time, almost certainly will find some value. Texture not wanting to make a peep. Slow creep down. Trying to pick the angle. The gun barrel about to be spotted. Sees him. Hits the shot. Swaps the weapon. The tap to come through. Creeps forward. The Rolling Thunder.
Oh, the patience.
Considered on. So well read. He knows he's not sticking it. The fault line now on the back. The sun connecting. NC Slasher losing the time in the round prior. Now look at the takedown. Texture by the same metric. He finds it and boom. Persevere to regain the lead.
Back-to-back rounds. Absolutely brilliant from NC Slasher. So good on this breach. This looked like it was just going to be Gen.G. They had the crossfires. They had this push shut down. Then NC Slasher follows up. A little bit of a delay compared to the rest of his team. And just knocks two players down. Might be a change in destiny here for Boom. And a timeout taken by...
Probably Gen.G.
You would think so.
Oh, it's Boom.
Oh, it's Boom's timeout.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Want to really shore up the defenses.
I mean, this, it does make sense. You're one round away from closing this out. You've been trading back and forth. Let's call the timeout.
Yeah.
Let's just get this over the line. Let's finish this thing here. Get that 2-0 and avoid going over to Fracture.
I'd love to see Glass Cannon op long A. Hold that down that way. Let NC Slasher kind of hover around A link, A sewer, something like that. If they go B, so be it. Because he's just been doing a great job. So I think having Slasher as your pivot point at A link, using that breach util to shut down any B hits, which I'm seeing some pings come through that's at least being considered. The real question is how does Gen.G want to attack this round? They've had some success trying to get through Garage a bit. Well, Suggest had some success. Oh my God.
Oh,
Here we go
look at this
again.
crunch again, but Famous, he's fully blinded up, and he's just gonna be absolutely destroyed. Suggest, can he get away? The answer is no, so it's an instant trade as NC Slasher finds another kill off the back of these Aftershock setups.
That's the relay bolt into the Aftershock that time. Really interesting.
Might have been a happy accident either way. Quick trade. Slow creep up. Texture. Checking out the cubby.
If you can find the timing, there's no more util to watch the flanks. So if I'm Berserks or NC Slasher, I'm really considering trying to get a little bit more proactive on the flank situation, but they have no information. I mean, Shiro's got the drone and the relay dart, but he's tucked back. He's just waiting. They're just trying to play hidden. They're trying to sell it that they're not actually holding this A site, or they're just going to fall back. I'm not sure.
Salvo sent. Shiro here. Just Texture way too far forward.
30 seconds left.
Spotted out dead. 30 seconds remaining. The pivot going to be called here. Gen.G very much on the back foot. Down a player. Rotating out. Question is, where do they go? Looks like B site going to have to be the target, just given the time remaining. Smoke onto the C link. Obfuscating really for no one. Viper wall is set up for Munchkin. Drops it, takes a
10
peek.
seconds left.
Plant now in. Munchkin as he overheated, spots out one, needs a backpedal swiftly. Does tuck back away. As Ash goes for a quick little reposition. Charon out into mid, now gonna be smoked off from the rest of the squad. The recon not catching anyone. Shock dart sent. Hit not found. Munchkin able to find one. Charon thinking about a timing, goes forward, but Berserks has the angle covered. Munchkin and Ash, however, hold it down, and it's not done yet. 15-15. We're gonna keep going.
And Boom there just saying, look, if they're gonna go A, we're gonna end the map. But the problem becomes is that they have no other info really what's going on the other side. They all commit, including Berserks on the Cypher to the other side. He's hanging out in Defender's spawn half the time, just looking to try to set up for some kind of retake or attempted denial of the plant. But that opens up a ton of space on the map, and Munchkin's so patient there with the timing, waits for the first two players to come through. That's when he strikes, takes out Shiro, and then him and Ash are just kind of able to play ring around the rosy a bit on the B site, take things down, and now it's going to be Gen G's turn for a timeout. This has been absolute madness. I mean, another huge overtime here in Pacific. Every team in this region is so damn good. It is just crazy how many just insane maps we've had, how many best of threes, best of fives that go the distance. Now we're looking at another ridiculously long overtime.
Yeah. Curious to see the timeout call here from Gen G. Not waiting until they're a round up or a round behind. Calling it here, tied 15-15.
That's a good point.
And maybe enough being noticed about these defensive rounds that they want to try to point out. Munchkin, though, catching up the texture, besting him now. 29 kills for the IGL.
Goodness.
Same for Dawson on the opposite side, up to 31.
Bit of a different position for that alarm bot. I don't think I've seen it quite in that spot yet. You can see Suggest just waiting to play off of it. I mean, that's been a lot of Suggest's game on the defensive side with the Killjoy. It's just trying to use his util to get those one and dones, kind of get those free picks. Generally, though, Bloom has done a pretty good job of being wise to those. This one, Suggest actually backing off.
Oh, Munchkin.
Oh boy.
Catching a glimpse there in Berserk's. A lot of the opportunity to go ahead and just bounce out of garage.
Shiro's just trying to use his util there to sell a fake, and it actually has got Gen G leaning in the wrong direction.
Shots towards Ash. Backpedaling alarm bot to try to hold back his approach here from Sewer. His fault line at the moment, though. Catching everyone.
Fake took too long.
Ash spotting a glimpse there. Salvo's going to be sent out. Famous not getting caught. Nano to try to delay the approach here from main. Now the rotation's starting to come through. Famous stuck in position, though. And no, just a pump fake back. Now the re-aggress coming through. Texture's still so far away. Push forward out of the smoke. Henry looking for the transfer. Only getting good for one. Suggest looking for more. Finds it. But now a 2v2 with the site opened up. Munchkin the closest. Rotation coming in. Texture about to arrive, working his way in towards heaven as the smoke dissipates. But is he going to be ready for Berserks? Just directly down below. Gun barrel just a hair off being spotted. And there it is. Head goes out. Texture goes down. Munchkin now on the 1v2 clutch. He checks one angle. Crossfire setup is going to be there. Shots coming his way, and Berserks. Johnny on the spot. Finds it. Boom. Once again, in a position to bring this series to its end.
Gen G gets a pretty good read on this, but you know, they're able to stall this hit. They're able to use the toxic screen to kind of wait this out, get an extra player to rotate over, but still Boom's able to flood through well enough, and everybody kind of covering their angles, trading well. They get it to the 2v2. Just that one little cheeky off angle there for Berserks. Catches Texture unawares. Another chance for Boom to close this map out, or is Gen G gonna send us? Oh boy.
They miss. Noted. Does a decent amount of damage. Texture going to be taken down to 21, but kill cannot be found. So for the moment, advantage to Gen G.
They've just been trying to really pressure this angle. to get through grass. Texture though.
Oh,
This is
thought maybe he was going to try to chase in, get a timing there onto the Sova, but opts to just back away. Push coming in, and Dawson9 onto the headshot as a shotgun from Shiro lands at Texture's feet. Suggested Munchkin. Now the last two standing as Boom doubling their numbers here at match point. This surely looks to be the end. Unless Gen G can conjure up a miracle. Orb down. Suggest needs to be the hero.
30 seconds left.
how good Munchkin has been on this map. Can he dial up another huge multi-kill? Suggest.
The flash in, tries to turn from it,
Player standing.
but it's not enough. Completely blinded up. Munchkin now. A 1v4. They're already into the site. The window being watched. And Dawson9 will be the one to bring it to a conclusion. A 4K as Boom close out the map. 17-15, close out the series 2-0. The young squad coming up via Ascension, in quotations, will get a victory over Gen G.
Man, oh man, what a day for this team. They are so well prepared for Gen G. They've got their own game plans on Ascent that look brilliant. The Phoenix comp coming in, really giving Gen G some problems. Gen G, a couple new players, still looking like there's a little bit of shakiness, getting Ash and Suggest integrated into the roster. Some big moments from both of them, some big moments from everybody across the board, but huge stuff. Famous on the Neon was great on Haven. Dawson9 was just brilliant all day. I mean, what a treat it is to watch him play. He is something special.
Yeah. Great early control from Boom across both of these maps. Some solid rallies back from Gen G, showing, you know, a tease of what this roster is going to be capable of. I think we saw a very rocky start for Ash and Suggest. First time on this stage for Ash. First time back for Suggest in a damn long while. I think there is some hopes here, of course, for Gen G. Just need to keep the gears working, but certainly not the series that they were looking for here back at stage one. Certainly not the one that we were expecting. I think given the victory and given his prediction, I think that Big Time owes us a nice little rendition of Boom 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 by the Vega Boys. He's a lad, I think he can get it done. So when we get back onto the analyst desk, you guys have that to look forward to. But of course, we also have a winner's interview to look forward to from the players of Boom, and I have to imagine that they're going to be elated. So we'll send it down to Jen, who's waiting by on the stage. Hear from our winners.
Congratulations, Boom, on your first Pacific win. Dawson9, I'm gonna get you over here. For you. 네, 붐 e스포츠의 도스9 선수 만나보겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. 가장 먼저 붐의 퍼시픽 승격 이후 거둔 첫 승이거든요. 소감 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Congratulations, Dawson9. Now,
Thank
first
you.
Pacific win for the team, right?
Yeah.
How does that feel?
I think pretty good.
은근 괜찮은 것 같다고 얘기를 하는데요. 아니 도대체 이 붐 e스포츠 어떤 점에 집중했길래 이렇게까지 경기력이 좋아진 것도 좋아진 건지도 물어보고 싶은 게 헤이븐에서만 에이스 3번이나 했었고요. 그리고 연장이 겹쳤던 두 번째 맵까지 정말 좋은 모습을 집중력을 잃지 않으면서 보여줬는데 어떤 노력이 있었는지 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Now, I just want to ask you, what did you guys work on after kickoff? I mean, because it looked like you guys had that 3 aces on Haven, and even with this map, when it went overtime after overtime, you guys just looked like the whole team had a glow up. So what the heck happened to you guys?
I think we just worked on our mistakes. The main mistake was that we cannot adapt to the enemies, what they do, and we cannot counter enemies default their strats. So now we work on them, and I think you can see the result.
사실 그동안 좀 약점이라고 판단됐던 부분이 좀 유연하게 상대에게 대처하는 부분이 좀 많이 부족했다고 판단이 나와서 그런 부분에 있어서 많이 집중을 했었고, 그리고 이제 상대를 만났을 때 어떻게 좀 디폴트나 상대의 전략에 카운터 칠 수 있는지 이런 부분을 많이 보완했기 때문에 또 좋은 모습을 보여줄 수 있었던 것 같다고 얘기하는데요. 근데 또 궁금한 부분이 커뮤니케이션은 어떻게 이루어지는지도 물어봐야 될 것 같습니다. 아무래도 좀 도스나이 선수 합류 이전까지는 모든 선수들이 인도네시아어로 소통을 했었는데 또 카자흐스탄 출신이잖아요. 좀 소통 그리고 콜은 어떻게 하고 있는지도 물어보도록 할게요. So what's going on with the communication? Before you joined the team, they were all full Indo roster, speaking in Indonesian language, right? So are you guys coming in English, or what does communication look like?
Yeah, we come in English, but in the situation where I'm not committed in this situation, in the fight, they might talk in Indo, so it's like more comfortable for them. But the main language is English. Yeah.
Still gets the job done. Comfortable for you.
Yeah.
보통 대부분은 영어로 하는데 뭐 도스나인 선수가 좀 필요 없는 싸움이나 상황 속에서는 또 인도네시아어로 선수들끼리 소통을 하는데 딱히 이 언어 장벽은 느껴지지 않는다고 얘기를 하는데요. 그러면 다음 상대는 GE입니다. 그리고 글로벌 e스포츠도 패트리쿠 선수의 합류 이후에 좀 좋아진 모습을 보여주고 있는데 패트리쿠 선수는 누군지 알고 있겠죠? 또 각오 들어보도록 하겠습니다. Next up is GE. They're looking better with Patrick Hu coming into the roster. Surely you know who Patrick Hu is, right? 모른다고 하네요. Alright, no, but what's the mindset heading into that matchup? You're gonna know your enemies, man.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna look them up tonight.
No,
Okay, don't need to know if you're gonna win.
for sure.
Okay. 어차피 이길 거기 때문에 상대가 누가 있을지도 걱정하지 않아도 돼서 지휘에 누가 있는지 오늘 돌아가서 공부도 하지 않겠다고 얘기했습니다. 이렇게 해서 도스나인 선수 만나봤습니다. Thank you, 도스나인.
감사합니다.
And good luck at the next matchup.
Thank you.
All right, see you guys later.
Oh, a man, a few words, but so much aura. And how cool are you to be like, I don't even need to know who my enemies are. That's DOS9 for you.
I mean, if I had to sum up Boom's performance today, it would also be pretty good. I think that was a solid explanation of what Boom managed to pull off today. This Haven was back and forth. This was a fantastic map to watch, but I felt like in those crucial moments, Boom managed to close it out.
This is why Boom are such an exciting team to watch, because there's so much talent there. They do genuinely tend to have a good approach, and even DOS9 mentioning that you know, they're able to counter their enemies a little bit better. But what also makes them very good to watch is their ability to be have a little bit of a struggle in the late round, maybe throw away some rounds here or there. We've got to keep the game close big time. We've got to keep it interesting. You know, we can't win too cleanly.
I want to put a positive spin on this. That means that this isn't even Boom's ceiling. Once they get more composure and they're able to be a lot more confident in these late rounds, stop getting clutched on so much, we're going to see an even better level from Boom. This just means there's more room for growth as far as I'm concerned.
pretty sure I've heard that same thing from Indonesian fans on the forums for like multiple years now, but sure, I'll agree with you.
But it's happening now.
It is. He did say it. DOS9 did say it. They specifically worked on the ability to be more adaptable, and that includes figuring things out on the fly. So you could be right.
I'm always right. I'm always right. That's what we're learning.
Are you always right?
In Pacific 2025?
I mean, today
So far.
you're right.
So far.
100% predictions, right?
Yeah,
You
so
haven't
far
got one wrong.
I've got them all right. So hopefully the next game goes well for me, and then I can end
Okay.
week one perfect.
All right, but in the first half, we
Yeah.
did see Texture have some mighty good moments.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, he aced and they lost, so I don't believe in superstitions, but apparently that might be a thing. At the end of the day, though, I mean, a bit of an underwhelming first map from Texture very much turned it on, and I think the players that really showed up for Gen G today were the reliable core that we expect. I think Caron, particularly on map 1, he had a couple of moments, map 2, but both Texture and Munchkin very much having their moments here on Haven. We did see a little bit more from Suggest, I would say, than the first map, and you know, Ash had his moments here as well, but I think for the most part, Gen G really does feel like the core 3 players that you expect to be the performers are the ones that are still doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, I mean, this was a really nice 4K from Suggest. He's really he settled into the
ace.
game, right? Oh, apologies. Yeah, he got the last kill. The
Pardon
4K
you.
and then the last one makes it an ace. But yeah, that was it was a nice moment from him. But I think we have to say that for me at least, it felt like Boom were targeting him almost this game. I felt like they kept going to his site.
Yeah.
And this man in particular is someone we have to talk about. DOS9, he's just diving behind them. He's TPing everywhere. He's crispy. This is such a fun Omen player to watch. This is peak controller gameplay for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, he just has like a nothing to lose mentality the way that he plays. He's not afraid to aggress in the mid-round. He'll TP directly behind you. He'll take risks. He'll cut corners and he'll position himself perfectly. He is our match MVP, and once again, in the opening game of a tournament in Tier 1, as a rookie, this man is stepping up and delivering every single time, despite language barriers, despite not coming from a region that's well defined in the game so far. This man is unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about it in the pre-game, right? We compared him to Karen. We said if Boom needs to go far, he has to have Karen-esque performances, and that felt like vintage Karen to me, if not even better from DOS9. That was wonderful gameplay to watch, a well-deserved match MVP.
Wow, if not better than Karen. I mean, Karen had some really
So,
fantastic plays too.
Let's win a tournament first
It's a
before we go
lovely,
that far.
yeah.
Let's win a
I'm
tournament first.
just saying he played good.
He did, yeah. And despite the language barrier, like you said, he doesn't even need to know Indo and those moments to be that Kazakh fragger.
Yeah.
Now, we did have predictions, and now we do have to give credit where credit is
Boom
due.
time.
Boom
clap.
time. And
Are you
boom
gonna sing your
clap.
song?
Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. I can't do the whole song. We don't have enough time.
All right, but you know what? But you
That-
know
that
what
will
you
do.
deserve? You deserve 5 big